And now the moment you've all been waiting for. Another exciting episode of So That's It, Is It?
So when they came out like a year ago with this terminology, the 1% and the 1%ers and the 99% versus the 1% from that Occupy Wall Street crowd, and you know that kind of came out of some think tank, liberal think tank, some Occupy Wall Street, George Soros funded MoveOn.org type organization. And they think that by promoting that and by repeating those words that they could kind of control the narrative. The whole agenda is like, if you can impose terminology, then you impose ideology. 99% versus 1%. If they impose those words upon the discussion, or if they get you to use those words, you're thinking, or you're having to fight against their ideology using their terms and using their terminology, which puts you at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Some like liberal think tank probably thought, hey, this is a great way to shape the discourse to imply that the 1% is this great minority and the 99%, when the people who think in those terms are probably the minority.
If the 99%ers really meant business, that implies that, it's 99 to 1. Why don't you just go and, sweep the rich people and take them away? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's a good point. If they're so powerful, if they really are the 99%, if they really truly are, then in any democracy, they're going to have total control, basically. Well, 99% control. But, why is it so hard for them to kind of put their agenda into practice? If they're really the 99%, then it shouldn't be so hard for them.
Because I think the 99% is probably actuality. The guys are bitching about the 99%. It's probably about 10%. Okay, you guys are the 99%, but you're 100% of the 99%, so that in turn makes you 100% of 99%. So, there's got to be like a ruling class in that 99%.
That's a good point. Yeah, even within that 99%, you're gonna. You had a lot of.
I'm saying there's always. It doesn't matter any ideology. There's always going to be people who follow. There's always going to be people who lead, and it's always going to be unfair. It's always going to be unfair.
Yeah, think of how many of that 99%, of the 100% totality of that 99%, how many of those people were just kind of undergrads, maybe fist in the air. They've never been to a demo before. They've never camped out in some park before. To them, it was just exciting to be there. They don't much know anything about the history of class warfare or anything like that. And then, of course, you probably have the organizers who are probably in their 30s and 40s. They've done this all their lives, and they're organizing it, they're running it, they're ruling it.
Yeah.
They're the 1%.
It's just a different form of rule. It's just, that's all it is.
New 1%.
Yeah, and people need to read Animal Farm and just kind of apply that to,
Yeah.
There's all, like I said, that's just human nature. It's human nature. You've got your free thinkers that are just kind of look at things for what they are and say, oh, that sucks, that's cool, whatever. Yeah. And then you've got the people who just need. That's why you have religion. That's why you have all these people. People want to belong to something, and they don't. And they generally, I think a lot of them just want to be told what to think.
I agree, and I think it's funny because, look at our tradition as Western civilization. Let's just say, if you look at ancient Greece, they were very keen on singling out their best and brightest, their 1%. They would honor their strongest athlete, their fastest runner, and there would only be one. It was a very elite group. Throughout their culture, they were always looking to select the best and brightest, and strive for excellence. Even people who were demonized, like someone like a Socrates. People saw him as kind of a troublemaker. The philosopher was a troublemaker. But at least people recognized, oh, here's some guy who was trying to be excellent. you know, he was the best philosopher. Even though he asked too many questions and he was kind of annoying and he was kind of a troublemaker, at least he was the best at what he did, and he was recognized as that, and so he was a 1%er. And I think, like, when you think too much in terms of the 1% is evil, you know, that's just flipping over. That's totally undermining Western civilization, where you do have an elite, and you should kind of, this sounds very, like, reactionary, but, like, you should admire your elite.
In our culture, people want to tear down whoever is successful. They want to elevate mediocrity, and they want to, like, you know, and this boils down to, like, everybody's special. Everybody
gets a trophy. My dad used to tell me about how when he was in high school or whatever, or, you know, freshman in college, he played basketball.
Yeah.
And he'd always say, Coach, why don't you put me in? You know, he rode the bench a lot.
Yeah.
And, Coach, why don't you put me in? And my dad was always really irritated with his coach, and he didn't get to play, he rode the bench a lot. And then later, you know, as he matured, he realized, you know, if he was really, really, really good, he'd be playing.
I know. I mean, that's kind of how it usually happens. Yeah. And I see this a lot with, like, you know, like with the music and you know, doing what I do. It's like there's a reason why you guys don't have a gig. There's a reason why. I know you don't want to see it, but there's a reason.
But this really goes back to, you know, the more political point that we're making, where, you know, in today's kind of leftist modern age, you know, it's so inclusive. These words, I mean, speaking of imposing terminology, there's this word inclusivity, you know, that we always try to be inclusive, everyone gets a trophy, everyone's special. That just goes against all concepts of excellence, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone gets a gig, everyone gets a raise.
Yeah, I think what people really need to get a grasp of and really get over is, like, if you're not good enough, just be cool with it, because you're just not good enough. There's something out there that you can do, and just be cool with it.